So the Pokemon franchise is no stranger to weird crossover promotions as we've seen from Kids WB. I know you all watched that video, I can't get people to stop watching, so let's move on from just Yu-Gi-Oh! And have a fun little look at how Pokemon connected with some other shows airing on Kids WB, by cutting and pasting characters and using some original voice acting, because I found a lot of commercials while making that video, so a casual little watch sounds like a good idea. For now, how about we focus on a nice even year like 1999. Not sure how much more I'll talk about Kids WB stuff in the future since I am a Pokemon channel first and foremost, so keep that in mind. After this, it'll be like a once in a great while kind of thing. Anyway, the most notable franchise we've seen rub elbows with Pokemon is probably... So in 1992, there was Batman the Animated Series airing on the Fox Kids TV block. It was followed by the New Batman Adventures, which aired on Kids WB in 1997, and later it was combined with Superman into the New Batman and Superman Adventures. American cartoons just as confusing as ever. So by the time Pokemon came around in 1999, this was on the airwaves.
Okay, do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's go. I choose you, Golbat.
Dude, what the heck, he killed it! It is kind of funny because I feel like Tim Drake Robin would definitely be a Pokemon fan, but in the context of this commercial, it's implied that Pokemon do in fact exist in Gotham. As I mentioned in the previous video, most of the crossovers I remember in the later days of the mid-2000s took place on a cartoon version of the Warner Brothers backlot, implying that all of the characters existed outside of their shows and knew each other. But this is a common theme for the earlier commercials of 1999 where they just fully interact with each other in their own universes, like the time Ash met the Joker.
It's ought to be fun, like taking candy from a baby.
I don't know.
Read 'em and weep. 4 Pikachus. Looks like I win.
What? My
Wait a
Squirtle
minute,
got your
what are you
Pikachu
talking
picks.
about?
Can a real Pokemaster get in on this game?
Pokémon, a second episode next on Kids WB.
I win again!
Finally, Ash gets to win a card game. Funny how simply having Pokemon as the suits of a standard deck suddenly makes it unplayable for these villains. Though Joker seems like he knows a thing or two about Pokemon. Also, I didn't mention it in the last one, but I really hear it in this commercial. Because I don't think these are just sound-alikes, I think this is actually Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill talking about Pokemon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean they would have original lines recorded for these commercials anyway, it's just crazy to think about. Especially after hearing Batman sing.
Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. Alright, good night.
Though at this point, the New Batman Adventures had ironically become the old Batman Adventures, so the promos were later shifted over to Batman Beyond, where Bruce Wayne is an old man and Terry McGinnis takes over as Batman. Beyond. It's really weird that there was any overlap in the airing of the New Batman and Superman Adventures and Batman Beyond at all. I guess they just really needed some programming. I mean, the whole concept of the New Batman and Superman Adventures was literally to mash 2 different cartoons together into an hour-long block. And that's probably why they started airing imported shows from Japan like Pokemon.
Hey, what do you got there, a rabbit?
It's a Pokemon.
A what?
It's a new show that follows ours on Kids WB.
Cute little guy.
Well, looks can be deceiving.
Oh, please, you're trying to tell me that this little...
Dude, Pikachu's gotta have some Darth Vader power levels to attack someone through the screen like that. You know, given the fact that we've already seen Bruce become very familiar with Pokemon, it makes sense why he would be the one introducing them to Terry. But this does a lot of weird things for the timeline. Bruce Wayne ages, but Ash Ketchum never does. We truly live in a society. For the most part, that's sort of where the Batman-specific stuff ends. Like every other show, there were large-scale crossover commercials and events like the Kids WB Battle for the Badge, where Pokemon characters would face off in battles against Kids WB characters.
You're going down! Not before your big butt hits the mat!
Get ready to taste defeat, Pokeboy.
You're not even a Pokemon trainer!
Well, at least my mama doesn't cut my hair.
I'm gonna be honest, this event was cringe and I didn't really like it. There's some hilarious and downright weird banter between everyone, but I think you can really tell that this was one of the first times they tried something like this. Ash and Pikachu lose in round 2 in the worst way possible. Misty has a dugong, which checks out because there was a dugong at the Cerulean City Gym, and it kills Batman. But Misty does use a Vulpix, which she never had. Lastly, she uses Starmie, but they added water effects coming out of the gem? Like, what? At least she wins the whole thing, so I guess we can add this accomplishment onto her Bulbapedia page, but oh boy, this was a rough one to watch. I'll leave it linked in the description if you're brave enough. October was really popping off because they had the Halloween party at Wayne Manor, where Jesse and James try to get in but are stopped by Bruce at the door because they didn't RSVP. I mean, there are several other reasons to keep them out, but he also apparently used to date Witch Hazel from Looney Tunes, so what do I know? But yeah, these larger scale commercials are pretty fun because you get to see everyone just hanging out at a Halloween party or even Thanksgiving, which is probably one of my favorite ones. Pikachu sits next to Batman at the dinner table and Jigglypuff gets used as a basketball? Who even is this guy? Oh, do I have good news for you, because that's Agent J from Men in Black. You know, Men in Black, the sci-fi comedy about a secret organization monitoring and stopping extraterrestrial threats, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith.
Oh, that's hot.
The perfect movie to bring in the Millennium. I actually never watched this show, but this is one of those times that I think making a cartoon based off of a PG-13 movie was a good idea, because the concept alone had a lot of potential. It truly paved the way for James Cameron's Avatar the Animated Series. Of course, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones don't return to voice their characters, but we still got a pretty weird crossover out of it.
Meet Bulbasaur.
You trading me in for a lizard? What's so special about him?
Built-in weaponry.
Catch Men in Black this weekend on Kids WB.
You're gonna do okay, kid.
Dang it, I always hate when a starter Pokemon stands on two legs. No, but like really, what is going on here? Bulbasaur in a suit and sunglasses? New Discord profile picture unlocked. Yet another instance of just crossing over into another universe completely. Again, no funny events taking place in original locations. Kay brought a Bulbasaur into the world of Men in Black. Honestly, I think he should be investigated for tearing a hole through time and space. But someone else do that, because last time it happened, I had to be the one to stop the deranged white guy. I find it so funny that the producers looked at both Men in Black and Pokemon and figured, hey, they both got a lot of monsters, let's have them cross-promote each other's new episodes. Which is what we see in this commercial here. It's all set to music, so I don't want to take a chance on it. But Veronica Taylor is at it again, giving us more golden Ash Ketchum moments.
Hey, what kind of Pokemon is that? I don't know, but I'm gonna catch it.
But Brain, we're not Pokemon. Be quiet, Pinky. If we catch them all, we'll be able to rule the world. Bring it on.
I choose you, Charmeleon!
Alright, I'm about to head out. I just saw the funny mouse try to battle Charmeleon. The cursed year of 1999 is finished, or at least that's just about as much as I can take of it. Being the first year that Pokemon broadcast in the United States, it had to make a big impression. This era of licensed anime airing to an American audience was really important and actually led to where we are today, with anime being so widely available and not just marketed here, but given a second home.
I love anime!
Maybe that was a mistake, but having Pokemon characters alongside American cartoons was a big part of the normalization. Sure, the occasional censorship is questionable at best, and I'm sure the big executives saw this as an affordable way to fill up time slots, but the people involved, like the dub voice actors, writers, and whoever's responsible for the crossover marketing, did a great job, giving Pokemon a place alongside the greats like Batman. This image gives me hope that people of all generations can find some common ground, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But it was really cute. Like I said, this stuff was definitely before my time, and seeing these commercials from the Y2K era was a new experience for me. So let me know what you think about all of this. I will try to link a playlist of everything I looked at in the description, so go nuts. All I know is I gotta get my Zoomer brain a dose of some modern memes. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, especially the Great Gators, Justin, Cosmo Zero, Michaela, Mr. Pig Puncher, Phantom Pyro, Quago, Volity, and Pastel Blood. If you would like to support, get your name shouted out here, as well as access to emotes and comments and live streams, and maybe sometimes early videos, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter for more memes. But anyway, this has been GatorEX, and I'll catch you all later.
Jigglypuff looks funny. I think so too.
You shouldn't talk that way about a Pokemon.
I'm not scared of a little Jigglypuff.
It's the Pokemon you wouldn't want to pop out of your Pokeball during a battle. As Pick Your Pokemon Day continues with Jigglypuff, next on Kids WB.
I told you you shouldn't talk about it that way.
Ah!